Vishnu Tandel and welcome back to my class. Dear students, in our previous session, we have discussed about a poem, Dust of Snow, written by Robert Frost. And in today's session, we are going to discuss about another poem of 10th standard Cbse textbook, First Flight. And the poem is Fire and Ice, written by Robert Frost. This is a symbolic short poem written by Robert Frost. In this poem, the poet refers to two different predictions of how the world will end. Now, let us go deep into the poem. Fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold those with who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. So this is a very short poem written by Robert Frost. Now let me explain the poem. Now let us read the first stanza. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Here in this stanza, the poem speaks about the two scenarios for the end of the world. Some people think that the world will end by fire, and some say in ice. So here the poet used these fire and ice as symbols. Here fire refers to human desire, greed, and whereas ice stands for human hatred. So these are the two symbols the poet used in the poem. The poet says that there is no end to human desire, greed. The more you try to satisfy them, the more they grow. Here human desires do not have a limit. Human greed do not have limits. We cannot satisfy our desires. We cannot satisfy our greed. They used to grow day by day. Here the poet refers the greed and desire for fire. They spread like a fire and they engulf. Here he refers and he agrees. He agrees with those people who believe that the world will end by fire. What does the fire mean here? The fire does not mean that the fire of volcanoes, the fire of asteroid, or fire of forest fire. Not like that. Here fire represents human desire. The fire represents here human greed, which is limitless, which cannot be satisfied. See, just look into just we go back to the history. We had two world war. Why? This war because of a human greed to occupy the areas or the desire to become strong. Human desires are so dangerous, and here the poet Robert Frost says that human desire is sufficient, suffice in the sense sufficient, enough to destroy this world. Human desires are enough. Nothing else. We need not to have a atom bomb, or we need not have a nuclear bomb, or we need not to have a hydrogen bomb. Here, human desire, human greeds are more dangerous than these all weapons. Here, that's why the poet refers human desires, human greed to fire, which is very dangerous, which is enough to destroy the earth. So let's go to the second stanza. But if it had to perish twice. I think I know enough of hate to say that for this destruction eyes is also great and would suffice. Earth is to be destroyed by second time, ice works effectively. Here, the poet is sure that ice, in the sense human hatred, is enough to destroy the earth. These both aspects, ice and fire, both are spreading rapidly, and the world would soon perish either way. Either it could be fire or ice. Here, in the poem Fire and Ice, the poet Robert Frost speaks. He says that the earth is about to destroy, and the destruction is not by the natural disaster. This is because of human desire and human hatred. Fire and ice. Here, this is a very short poem but conveys a great message. He speaks about human desires. He speaks about the human greed. He speaks about the human hatred. So if we control this, the earth would be happy and earth can survive for a long time. Now, this is all about the poem. I hope you have understood the poem. So let us discuss about the rhyming scheme of the poem. See, first stanza, the rhyming scheme of the poem is here. Crow, end of the word is crow. No, sorry, it's fire. Stanza first one, fire. A, then ice. B, then desire. So fire and desire similar. Again A. Then again fire. Again A. So here the rhyming scheme is A, D, A, A. Rhyming scheme of first stanza. So let us go to the second one. Second stanza. Twice A, then 8, B, then again ice. So ice and twice rhyming, again A, then great. So hate and great rhyming, B, and suffice is here ice, again A. So rhyming scheme is A, B, A, sorry, B, A. So here A, B, A, B, A rhyming scheme. So this is all about the poem. So here we have completed the two poems written by Robert Frost. First one, Dust of Snow, and second one is Fire and Ice. So in next session we shall come with another poem of the first flight. Till then, take care and have a nice day.